Hi, everybody. It's good to see you again. Welcome back to Sophomore English. It's so good to be with you. Welcome to our virtual classroom. Welcome to my bonus room where we'll be having our class. Hopefully, you're in a comfortable place and ready to get started with our new semester. All right. Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about where we've been, where we're going, and I'm going to have a second little video that gives you an overview of our website so that you know what to do for class. But I just want to welcome everybody back from spring break and I hope you had a little bit of time with family, with friends. I know we're in the middle of a pandemic. Things are a little bit worrisome, but hopefully we're also seeing some silver linings of being together. So I'll talk about that a little bit more in a bit. All right, let me give you an overview of the week ahead, what we're going to do. As we finished up before spring break, we were at the very end of Elie Wiesel's night. And in order to kind of create some continuity, what we're going to do is move into his final words in here, which is a copy of the Nobel Peace Prize acceptance speech that he had. And that is going to give us a little bit of an anchor to move to our next unit, which is all about apartheid era South Africa. And with that, we're going to be taking a look at a couple of different genres. We'll be looking at our first play. It's a little one-act play called Master Harold and the Boys. We're also going to be looking at a couple of short stories from our friend, the Course Pack. And we'll also finish with a final film, Invictus. So although all of this work, moving from sort of Holocaust into apartheid, has to do with some, again, heavy topics like othering of people, like what the social norms are and what it takes to go against social norms in order to do the right thing, and questions of what is the right thing when everyone around you seems to be doing the wrong thing. Lots of those kinds of questions will come up. But the beautiful part about this is that it ends with great social change in South Africa and the movement toward equality. And so we'll be heading toward that. All right, so that's what's coming up in terms of our content in here. I do want to say if you ever need me over the next few weeks, of course, you can always email me. You'll look on Veracross, and I think you can find my phone number. And if you need me for anything, do that. We also will have some office hours where I'll be available then. But I should be able to connect with you in the normal ways. Finally, I want to say this about the times that we are in. It's challenging and unprecedented, even in my life, to be in a time of a pandemic. It's a little bit unnerving. It's a little bit scary. We keep talking about social distancing and how important that is, and I absolutely believe that. But I was just listening to a podcast that talked about how maybe social distancing shouldn't be the term that we're using. That instead of that, we need to be thinking about physical distancing, but social togetherness. So think about in the next week or so how you can connect with people even though you are distant. Of course, we have all this technology that allows us to do this, but we also know that face to face is always more important and it feels more authentic than doing a text. It's also really important in this time, I think, to, of course, connect with your family, connect with the people who are around you, who you may not have had as much time together with, maybe your pets, who knows. But I would also issue this challenge because elderly people are at greater risk during this time because they are isolated, because first responders are putting themselves on the line in order to help the rest of the community. I want to challenge you, it's an optional challenge, to reach out to somebody, maybe an elderly relative or a family friend, maybe somebody you know who is working on the front lines at Vanderbilt Hospital or something, and write them a letter, write them an old fashioned note that says how much you appreciate what they're doing, or just connecting with them, asking them some questions about how they are, helping them, in other words, letting them know that you care about them, you want to know about them, and just making them not feel as alone as they might be feeling right now. So if you do that challenge, we'll check on you later on in the week and see how that's going, see who you wrote to. And I'm also going to do it. My Aunt Barb really needs a letter. So I'm going to work on that next. Anyway, social distancing, no, physical distancing, but social togetherness. Let's see how we can do that together. And I hope you all take care and check out the next video, and we'll move on in our class. All right, see you soon.